All right, another 10 minutes with. This time we've got the biggest sausage in the world, Gav Bilton. How are you, Gav?
Yeah, I'm good. Thank you very much. I hope that doesn't stick, man. But it seems to follow me around to a few competitions. Yeah.
How did that come about?
I think it was one of the. I don't think it was this year. It was last year's Worlds, and I went from one group to another group, and it just got harder. So Liz says it's out the fire into the frying pan like a big sausage, and then I didn't really. So I stayed away from my phone, and all of a sudden people were sent. I had about 40, 50 images on Instagram of just my head on a sausage in all different types of formats, in hot dogs, in sausage and mash. So yeah, I'm the world's strongest sausage, I think. Yeah.
Yeah, it's funny. I reckon every guy who plays team sport can sort of sympathize. Like if you walk in day one with a burrito in your hand, you're burrito now forever.
That will be it, yeah. So I think also I got called Twinkles in the gym, which I think this might be sticking. So Gavin, Twinkles, Bilton. So there's a few nicknames I'm getting, like.
I like that. I like that.
Yeah.
Let's talk quick about sort of like you're a very different athlete today than you were even when I started into the sport. Talk about like that sort of experience and your weight loss. And I mean, you've covered it heaps about how the heart attack happened, blah, blah, blah. But how has it impacted you as an athlete?
I think it's a weird one. I'll start by saying if I had to do it all again, I would do it exactly the same, because I think it's made me a much better athlete, because it makes me more responsible, because I wasn't being what I should have. I just got stuck into that thing of like bigger is better. And it was just the eating, the training was just heavy, 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 and show after show after show.
Yeah.
And it was so sad that it took something that serious to make me realize that it isn't that way no more. The days of like the long gone of the guys being giants. Yes, they are still heavy guys there. Like I'm still one of them, but like 180, 190 plus it's hard for them guys to compete. And I unfortunately learned the hard way. And then I got Simon Yates or Simon Diesel on board to help with my nutrition last year when I was out in SCL in Holland. And yeah, the weight loss, I haven't sort of tried to lose it because I had to. I just sort of changed my diet, changed the way I train, and the weight has come off. I've lost about 6 stone, I think. Yeah.
Yeah. And I think the most interesting bit is at the moment, is it accurate to say you're as statically strong as you've ever been?
Yeah, I don't think I've ever been strong. I press bigger numbers, but I can still hit their numbers, but I don't need to yet because it's not needed. But the more weight I've lost, the stronger I feel comfortable under most weight or pulling most weights. I feel like I am right now the strongest I've ever been. Yeah.
Yeah. But you hit a 200 log last week. You're saying you've hit bigger than that in the past.
Oh, I've done 205 in the gym on a steel log, and that was a different. That's the big wooden one behind me. Yeah. So I've hit heavier, but that was just in the program. So I'm quite comfortable that it was Dale trusted me to hit that. So it felt really good. Yeah.
Mate, that's huge. That's huge. Okay, let's talk worlds a little bit. So this is going to be your third worlds, yeah? Fourth.
Yeah, I did it when I was out there when Novikov, and then I've been out there twice when Tom's won it. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Right.
And my first year, I was called up sort of like 10 days, 2 weeks beforehand. I think I was about 210 kilograms, I think, when I went out there. Yeah, it was not good. I was working a really tough security job in an absolute horrible place. So I used to leave my phone in the back of the office. I'd go out and do what I had to do, and I came back. I had missed calls off Colin Bryce and the late Aaron Page. So I got hold of them both, and they were telling me I was flying up the worlds in 2 weeks' time. So my first year was when it was the storm in Bradenton Beach, and we had to go indoors.
Yeah.
It was the first year when Novikov absolutely obliterated the finals, and then I did it twice when Tom won it. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so first year, talk to me about your group and how did that go?
I had Novikov and Tom Stoltman in my group that year. So, and I had Maxime Boudreau as well. So every year I've done it, I've had Maxime Boudreau, and he is an absolute. He just flies under the radar. Such a strong guy, been around for a long time. Just comes in, does his own thing. You know, he's just, and he is. You know, he came third 2 years ago, which proves how good that man is. And unfortunately, he's picked up an injury. But I think he'd be back on that definitely. But yeah, every year I've done it, I've had Maxime Boudreau in my group. So they're not easy groups. Like
he's the killer, right? Because it's you're always gonna have that top seed guy, sure, whatever. But if you have a second or third seed guy who's one of the best at the world at stones, you're like, what are you gonna do?
Yeah, he's so quiet and calm and relaxed through like the days leading up to it. And when the show time comes, he's an absolute animal. He reminds me of someone like a honey badger. Yeah, he's just he's a great guy. Yeah, he doesn't really say much. I think that's maybe just his mannerisms, but I think that's why he sort of just flies under the radar, keeps himself to himself, and he does his job very well.
I think we could say the two Canadians on the circuit right now, on average, speak about a normal amount. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so that was okay. In hindsight, Tom, Novikov, Maxime in the group is insanity.
Yeah.
Then the next year it was Maxime and who else was there?
Brian Shaw.
Yeah, okay. That's problems.
So that doesn't get any easier. But there's, I think, long gone are the days where there was easy groups. There's no easy groups anymore. I mean, if you look at the lineup this year, you cannot pick a group where you want. Like, say you break it down wherever you want. You put the top guys in certain groups and all that. There is going to be no, like, you can't go, I want to be in that group because one group will have like the likes of yourselves in there. Another group will have Tom. It'll have Maxine. It'll have all these guys in there, and there's the groups. I think the talent right now is as good as it's ever been. I think.
Yeah, I mean, no disrespect to say the bottom 10 or 15 guys, but I think if any of the 5 first seeds say that they want any of the next 10 guys in their group, it's a lie. Like, I've tried to play with groups, I'm like, fuck, I don't want any of you.
Yeah, you can't pick them because even the guys, I'm not saying I'm experienced, like I can say, oh, the guys who not know, but the few guys who are coming through that nobody knows a lot about, just look at their Instagram. They're huge guys. Some have got great experience. They're untapped. Like, they've never done this sort of like level before, so you don't know if they're going to be good or bad. So you can't say, I want him, because he could just rock up and absolutely blitz everyone. It's so dangerous.
Well, I was the epitome of that last year, right? I had no business being there, really.
You just, mate. I think it was. I had to down. I told everyone I had you down to win. As soon as you eliminated your group, I had you down to win the actual show.
Yeah, right.
I mean,
you thought I was going to win.
Yeah, it's just the way you absolutely dismantled your group. I thought, obviously, maybe it's just not the saying you couldn't have won it. I just think Tom was just in full flight and looked untouchable.
Yeah. The one guy, have you seen much of Matt Reg?
No, I haven't. No.
Okay. He's coached by Shane, and like, we'll just say Stones. He's very well-rounded, other than he can't push press, but he strict presses like 190 or something. So Shane had told him to do stone to shoulder. For everyone who doesn't know Matt Reg, this is a world's strongest man, like novice guy. Shane Germain told him, go stone to shoulder, get a decent weight, just feel it out, and we'll have it as a starting spot. Guess what the man hit?
200.
Yeah. It's 200 the first time he does stone to shoulder.
Actually, I've seen. I mean, did he post the video? Has the video gone up?
Yeah.
I'm sure I've seen it. Yeah, definitely, mate. Yeah, I mean, incredible. I mean, even just to lift it off the floor, but then get it the full length of your body to your shoulder is incredible. Yeah.
Especially when you consider that's the weight for most times for ping pong.
Yeah, that's scary.
Okay, you definitely don't want him.
No.
Okay, let's talk expectations. What are your expectations of yourself going into this year?
Say again, sorry.
Your expectations of yourself going into this year.
Well, I think everyone goes there to win. Like, I think you ask anyone, even the guys who are their first year, they're going to win. But realistically, I want to make the finals, and then I'll just let it take care of itself. And I'm not saying I'll get to the finals and just like, oh, I'm done now. That's top 10.
Of course.
I gotta be real. This we've all trained hard. I think everyone's coming in great shape. There's a few guys with little niggles, but I think that's just the part of it. We're Europe's strongest man. I'm feeling good for that as well. But I think, I'm going in to win. But realistically, I want to make the finals just to establish myself as a world's strongest man finalist, and then just take them 2 days in my stride, see what happens. There's some great events, and there's some guys who love them events. Let's just see what happens. But realistically, we can make the finals.
Europe's strongest man is going to be a really good indication of where everyone is at going into Worlds, eh?
Yeah, because it's exactly the same events. Yes, there's obviously got Fingers Finger, which is not at Europe's, but they're all the events at the Worlds, except the throw-in as well. But that's one of the things I said when I spoke to Dale about doing it. He was like, if there were any different events, we wouldn't do it because it'd be hard to try and switch the events or not train them and go and have a good show. So that was one of the things I wanted to do it because Bishop and Hicksy are doing it. And because, I came second, I thought, well, if they're doing it, I want to do it. And I got asked. I was lucky enough to get asked to do it. And I think it's going to be a great standing. Like, all the top guys in Europe are coming over and the top guys from Britain. So it just sees where you are prior to getting into the world's strongest man. So I think, like you said, it's going to be a great indication of where everyone's sort of just about coming to like where they want to be. People are going to go flat out. It's quite hard. Yes, some guys are going to go hardcore, but you're thinking some people just go in there to just stretch your legs if you want to. But
Yeah.
I mean, my plan is to go there and I'm going to do my best to go and win the show. Like,
yeah, good man. I can't wait to watch that. Yeah, that'll be a lot of
yeah.
fun. It's helpful for guys who aren't doing it because then we can scout you. We can see what can you do.
It's definitely a double-edged sword because you go flat out, then you know exactly. You have one of them guys in your group. And you go, but he didn't do this on the log. He didn't do too well on the Conan's wheel. He's looking a bit slow on the loading, and then you know that you might have an advantage over that guy because saying about holding back. I don't think many people will hold back, but yeah, it's a great indication for other athletes who are not doing it to be like, oh well, he didn't look too good, or he looks a little bit this, or God forbid someone gets an injury. But yeah, it's a double-edged sword doing that. So.
Yeah, of course. No, it'll be good. It'll be really good. Do you think you're going to surprise people with anything different this year?
I'm hoping with my load-in, or my move-in, sorry, because I almost won it Britain's against Bish. It was a couple of hundred seconds to split us apart, which is just a turn, or even someone stopping the clock a little bit too slow, things like that. I mean, okay, Si. One of the guys fell over doing stones as well. Sorry.
No, is he okay?
You right, boy? He just passed out. He's okay.
Okay.
Oh, you got that? Yes. Sorry, mate. Sorry.
No.
Yeah, so hopefully, take a breather, boy. He's okay. Yeah, cut that out there. Oh, we'll keep that in. That's the. Yeah, so I think, hopefully my load in. I mean, I've worked hard at it, and being one of the heaviest guys, I'm still 170 plus. But I've just finished loading. That's why I was like, that's why I text you that I just finished. So yeah, I'm just going in. I'm not trying to surprise people in that sense, but I just want to go there and just show that I do belong there. Like I earned my spot by coming second in Britain, so I pushed as hard as I could. And I think my move-in is going to surprise a lot of people. Being as heavy as I am and almost winning the loading at Britain's. Well, I worked my balls off today. I worked my balls off the past few weeks. Me and Dale worked hard on my conditioning. It's going to be my like little ace up my sleeve. Will be when it comes to the loading. I am not going to hold back, and my truck pulling's looking good. So yeah, it's my conditioning. That's what I'm hoping to surprise people with this year.
Yeah. Well, it was really, really cool, really fun to see you beat like myself and Novikov at the bag toss, which is an agility in and of the same, right?
Yeah, that's I really enjoy. I don't know what it is. Just enjoy the throw in. I did some sandbag throwing this morning, and that's also what I forgot. I thought the kettlebells were in the finals. They did the final event for the stone throw. So yeah, I know. There's a few. I think there's between it's a 7 or 10. They said in the email. So that's quite a lot of kettlebells to be throwing. But I'm looking forward to it because sandbags quite good, but I've never thrown kettlebells before. So let's see if the rigidness maybe might alter the throw, but I don't think so. But yeah, I'm gonna be attacking certain events and maybe just trying, like yourself, when you sit at the top of a group, it's easy to sort of, not easy, but like you know what to do, know what to beat. If 6 wins, then you just do 6. So my conditioning hopefully and my like things like that, the agility in the throw might catch a few people out this year.
Yeah. Well, I'm very confident that we weren't supposed to say how many kettlebells there were, but there you go. I didn't say it.
Oh, okay. Maybe. Oh shit.
Exclusive. So obviously, all of us have the goal of winning World's Strongest Man at some stage. If you were to finish a sentence, I will win World's Strongest Man in what year? What would you say?
2 years. I will win it in 2 years. I said it last year. I know, no, not last year. I didn't say it last year. This is the second year. I said it when I got back from the Worlds last year. I said I will win it in 2 years. So I will make the finals this year. I know I'm not being arrogant. I'm not knocking anyone in my group. That's how my mindset is. I'm going to make the finals and do my best to win. But then next year I will come back. I'll make the finals and I'll win it. Within 2 years, I will be World's Strongest Man.
Fantastic. Love that.
Yeah.
Last bit, and it could be strongman related, but generally speaking, what does it mean to you to be strong?
It's just the limits. I mean, what makes me be strong is the fact I just want to see what I'm capable of. It's always pushing like Eddie Hall in his prime, unstoppable, like pressing everything, deadlifting everything. Thor and Eddie Hall, or Big Z, like yourselves, there's just these limits that shouldn't be broken, but are getting smashed to pieces. I mean, people call you light. This is not an insult. I don't think you're light. I think you're a solid, you're a massive guy in the sense if you stood next to a rugby player, you would make a rugby player look small. But people also go, he's not as big as the other guys. I'm like, Mitch Hooper is a solid big dude. So we should not be able to move as fast as we should. We should not be able to do the stuff we should do at this weight. So I love the fact that I just like seeing what I'm capable of doing, and it's always never knowing what you can do. We all say we can do this and this, but we never know what we can do until we actually do it. So that's the guy who collapsed, by the way. Yeah.
Okay, right. He's okay.
I mean, it's just pushing the limits, pushing it. That's what drives me. That's what makes me strong. I just enjoy it. And also, if it was like a zombie apocalypse, I'd be able to fight off the zombies as well. Because I'd be stronger than the zombies as well. So
yeah, let's just hope they're fucking big and they got about 1 minute in them, right?
Yeah.
All right, Gavin. Well, I appreciate you hopping on here. Gavin, you got the best mustache in strongman. I'm not coming to contest that. Fun fact, actually, world's message, or it might have been Giant. Someone messaged asking if we could have some sort of battle of the mustache last year at one of the competitions, and I refused because there's no sense. There's no competition here. I'll take a distant second. Gav, you're really appreciate you, and train safe, stay injury free, go smash at Europe. So we'll see you in Myrtle Beach.
Thank you very much, mate.
All right, mate. Take care.
Bye now. Bye.